Hey there, future MRCP Part 2 conquerors. Congratulations on passing your MRCP Part 1. You're already a step ahead of your colleagues to become an MRCP UK superstar. And now you're already diving into MRCP Part 2? Boy oh boy, you mean business. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'll spill beans on what MRCP Part 2 examination entails, my own MRCP Part 2 experience, and how I passed it in first attempt with minimum time and minimum effort. What is MRCP Part 2? When you tackle MRCP Part 2, you'll face not one but two papers in a single day. I bet you already knew that. Each paper gives you 3 hours to conquer 100 multiple choice questions. It's a marathon, my friend, just like MRCP Part 1. What is the difference between MRCP Part 1 and Part 2? So here's the twist. MRCP Part 2 loves to mix things up. Unlike Part 1, which is all about text-based multiple choice questions, Part 2 brings in the visual flair. Yup, they'll slap images on your screen, x-rays, pathology slides, CT and MRI scans, you name it. So not only do you need to know your medical stuff, but you also have to interpret what you see to solve the problems and choose the right answers. It's like being medical Sherlock Holmes. MRCP Part 2 dates. You have 4 chances throughout the year to tackle MRCP Part 2. February, June, September and December. Remember, if you're in the UK, the application fee is £460. But if you're an international student, you'll need to shell out £616. You can apply for these exams through MRCP UK website. I've given the link in the description box below, so don't miss your shot. Preparation time. So how long did it take for me to prepare the exam? Everyone is different, and the preparation time really depends upon how much clinical knowledge you already have. I sat this exam with the preparation of only 3 months, and I would recommend on average no more than 4 months of preparation. Don't put the exam on the pedestal. You already have sound clinical base by passing MRCP 1. All you need is to polish it a bit more. The more time you take to prepare, the more time you will have to worry about the exam. When to take the exam? Let's tackle the burning question. Turns out there is no correct or wrong timing. Take it when you feel most confident and ready to tackle those clinical scenarios. Some folks thought I was rushing things, spending my money senselessly or testing my luck. But hey, I believed in myself even when nobody else did, except me of course. Here's the deal. Part 1 tests your medical knowledge while Part 2 tests your ability to use that knowledge in a real world scenario. Now, if you wait too long between MRCP Part 1 and Part 2, those concepts might slip out of your brain faster than a greased up watermelon. Medical science is like a whirlwind of facts, stats, features and guidelines that are as volatile as a pop-up toaster. And guess what? They update that stuff more often than your favorite app. So I had this genius idea and I thought, hey, if I take Part 2 exam as close to my Part 1 exam, those concepts will still be fresh, like a juicy piece of fruit. So my friend, remember to keep those concepts warm and cozy in your brain, and you will have the best shot at crushing MRCP Part 2. Study resources. We've got 2 main contenders, Past Medicine and Past Test. I personally found Past Test closer to the real deal. It has a very nice interface and provide a really cool app, which I found very handy. Regarding books, there are a number of resources out there. Rapid Review of Clinical Medicine for MRCP Part 2 by Sanjay Sharma, Complete Data Interpretation for the MRCP by Stephen Hughes, Go Through MRCP Part 2, Radiology by Singh and Montgomery, 150 ECG Problems by John R. Hampton. On a personal note, I took rather an unconventional approach. Remember that book I used to conquer MRCP Part 1? Yup, it was The Only MRCP Notes You Will Ever Need by Suda Medica. You can now find its 5th edition. Again, I've included the link in the description box below. That trusty book became my core companion once again. But wait, there is more. I added some spice to the mix by incorporating the Past Test, Question Bank, and the ever-helpful Rapid Review of Clinical Medicine. Google became my friend for image search, and nice and signed guidelines from the official website for up-to-date guideline search. Now here's the fun part. I would jot down all the extra juicy nuggets of information I learned from these resources and add them right into my core book. Talk about consolidation bonanza. This approach saved me from drowning in a sea of resources and kept my mind cool, sharp, and ready for action during those final revision days. Exam routine. Time to spill my study routine secrets. Create a routine and stick to it. Set small targets and conquer them each day. It makes learning excited and keeps you motivated. I divided my available days by the number of topics and studied quickly from the only MRCP notes you will ever need and delve into past tests afterwards. How to attempt questions. Once inside the exam hall, it's showtime. When faced with the long questions, I started from the last line, then checked out the options and finally tackled the main scenario. But for short questions, no peeking at the options. Dive right into the STEM. And oh, time management, it's a real challenge. Practice, practice, practice. I won't lie, my first paper didn't go as expected. Tough questions, time management, nightmare, and those never-ending stems. But did I give up? No, I kept my concentration and gave my all to each single question. After paper 1, I thought, well, looks like I'm doomed. But during the break, I had some tea, I had some snacks, I had some Red Bull, and voila, paper 2 was right up my alley. It was my redemption. Final thoughts. Remember friends, life might beat you down harder than a heavy rain on a windshield, but it's just the universe way of saying, hey, let's crank up the challenge and see what you're made up of. So saddle up, push forwards with a determination that would make Usain Bolt jealous and conquer the towering MRCP Part 2 like a champ. If you found this video as helpful as finding a free buffet at a medical conference, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos.